Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.
Hey guys, over the past 10 years I've thought a lot about whether generic big box kayaks are good or bad for the sport of kayak fishing. I've had the same discussion with my friends on the water. I've had the same discussion with specialty kayak and canoe retail owners. Is it good or bad for the sport? Yes, the problem we get is that somebody that may otherwise purchase a higher quality, more expensive kayak from a specialty retailer is going to your big box store. Now even say Walmart carries kayaks, sit on top 10-foot kayaks for $300 or less. Well, I always say in the videos, you get what you pay for, but they're going to these big box stores that's taking a sale away from your local specialty retailer. But overall for the sport, is it good or bad? Every day you go on the internet, you see more and more people on kayaks fishing. So I don't really know if it's really bad for the sport in general, because a lot of these people are going to buy those less expensive kayaks, and within a year they're probably going to want to turn around and get something a little bit higher quality. So there's two ways. Is it going to hook the person into kayak fishing? That person's going to get on the water. They're going to see their friends have higher performing kayaks, a lot more quality in their kayaks, and they're going to set a goal. Say in a year, they're going to say, oh, I'm going to be out on the water and I'm going to have a better kayak. So it may be a way to get them involved in the sport. Then again, they may judge all kayaks by the quality of the kayak that they're purchasing. If they're buying an inferior kayak with say, it might not even have a weight capacity noted for it. They're buying a $250, $300 kayak and they weigh 250 or 300 pounds. It's not going to sit real high in the water. It's not going to perform well. It may be really unstable. And they're going to think, hey, I really hate kayak fishing. This sucks because it's horrible sitting in a kayak fishing all day long because the seat's uncomfortable. It doesn't track. It's very tippy. You name it. There's a whole bunch of negative issues you can have with some poorly designed kayaks out there. So what I always think is that pulling a sale away from a retail store? Initially it may be, but a lot of these people buying these less expensive kayaks wouldn't necessarily have started off buying, say, $1,000 or $1,500 fishing kayak in the first place. They'd still probably be shore fishing. So it's a way to introduce them to the sport in general. And then after they save up some money, they've seen what their friends are paddling, they realize, hey, they can get a lot better performing kayak, and it can be a gateway into the sport so that eventually they will step up and buy a higher quality kayak. Like I said, sometimes it may actually turn people off though, which is a negative. But do I think that generic kayaks are good or bad for the fishing industry and for kayak fishing in general? I think it's kind of, up in the air. It's kind of a coin toss. It can go either way. I think it's a great way to get more people involved in the sport, to get them, more interested in it, but not necessarily take away sales from a specialty retailer because they're customers they may not have had otherwise. So just food for thought, something to chew on. Whatever it takes, get on the water, get on a kayak. It's a great sport. You'll really enjoy it. But the biggest important thing is to always wear your safety gear. So if you're on a shoestring budget when it comes to buying a kayak, be sure you definitely wear a PFD when you're on the water, because that's something you really don't want to skimp on. Hope this video helps you out, maybe makes you think a little bit. Feel free to comment on the Facebook pages and on our YouTube channel. As always, subscribe to Fishyaker on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and we'll catch you on the water.